Thank you for clicking on this Fun with Pete and Sherry video. I'm your host, Mr. Julian, and tonight it is the third night in Splendid Isolation, my effort to bring people together and share some good whiskey, especially those of us who are isolated alone and would otherwise have to be drinking alone, which is no fun. So let's see. Let me play a little something here. How does this go? Ah, yes. That's the opening from Party at Ground Zero by Fishbone. So I tell you what, last night we had a pretty crappy whiskey. And so tonight I brought out a whiskey that I know is good. In fact, it's not only good, it's one of the best whiskeys I've had in a long time. Despite the fact that it's not incredibly complex, it's just incredibly good. Okay, and here it is. It is Teeling, 27-year-old rum cask aged whiskey. And this is a single malt in Irish whiskey that's not quite as common as in Scottish. In addition to single malt, of course, there's single pot still. Single pot still actually tends to be my very favorite kind of Irish whiskey. But let's see what we have here. You remember, Teeling, these are guys who used to work for Cooley, packed up and started their own distillery in Dublin, I believe, but took with them a lot of aged stock, and this would certainly be from that. All right, so no chill filtration, 44.1%, and 27 years in rum cask. And this is not rum cask finished. This is rum cask aged. And boy, oh boy, does that make a difference. All right, so let's... So if you've had rum cask whiskeys before, you'll know that the rum smell can be extremely strong and very sweet, and that it blends in with standard malt whiskey flavors very seamlessly. And oh yes, that is very much the case here. So, just having a bit tonight. Since I'm doing this every night, try to maintain some temperance. Do some exercise, all that fun stuff. I'm going to take a shower one of these days, too. All right. Wow. Sweet, fruity, sugary, a little bit of plum. It's such a nice smell. A little grainy too. I just there's little dollops of rum around the edge, very strong. All right, let's give this the final test. Wow! Bam! Oh my God, this is intense. Oh, wow. 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 Still going. Still going. Oh, wow. Wow. You taste this, it's starting to feel good, and then almost immediately it just starts amplifying this rum, plum, oh, sweet, grainy taste. Oh, it's almost you like catch little bits of this, the intensity, this almost dancing kind of all over your mouth. And then it's just like you get hit in the forehead with a sledgehammer. Bam! It just goes through the roof. This becomes one of the most intense whiskey experiences you could possibly have. Maybe the most single intense dram of whiskey I've ever had. Well, I mean, I've had some like freaky ryes that were intense, but not entirely in a good way. Like this is intense and entirely in a good way. So the only thing that I could really compare this to would be the Jameson's rarest vintage reserve. And I think this actually costs even a bit more than I can get that for nowadays. But it's if you have the money for this, oh my God, it's fantastic. And no, I don't work for the Whiskey Exchange or get any kind of kickback from them, but I did get this from the Whiskey Exchange, as a lot of my collection nowadays, because as I said, it's either that for me or just through Virginia ABC. So I don't know. There's nothing else, not much left to say. This is freaking beautiful. Just get some, drink it, and enjoy life as we wait out the virus. All right, I'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm gonna give this a rating. I forgot to give the Loch Lomond rating. That would have been about a 6.4. This is going to be a 9.5. 9.5. The only reason it isn't as high as say the Jameson Rarest Vintage Reserve, it's just it's not quite as complex, or maybe it's just port finish, which like that one seems to have a greater complexity. Rum, I mean, this for a rum finish, this is pretty complex in on top of being incredibly good. But it basically doesn't have any real transformations. It's a single taste that you experience the whole way through. So with that, I will see you tomorrow night.